right, mates? Actually, I was surprised. I didn't expect that unboxing and very brief review of this purely Chinese model will draw so much warm attention from you. I've got many friendly and warm comments and questions on this Vivo iQOO 9 Neo Pro model. And one of the questions was, could I dive deeper into the origin as the Chinese firmware, the Chinese system setup? Yeah, sure I can. I do it now. First of all, the basic things on how to even get the Google services work on an iQOO phone or any phone with Origin OS system, and how to get rid of most of the Chinese services I already covered in my unboxing video. In this video, I'll get deeper to setting up the Origin OS. However, again, I won't cover things like camera settings and performance. I plan basically to make several episodes of an Origin OS review, so I'll go further based on your feedback. So guys, let's get this review interactive. Let's go. So we start our Origin OS journey definitely from the very beginning, which is a lock screen and AOD. And here things are not so straightforward. First of all, immediately on the AOD, that's not even the lock screen, that's AOD, you see this beautiful and cheering picture of a palm tree, and firstly it's colorful, and secondly I can change it for whatever picture I want from the theme store available. There are plenty of available pictures in the theme store, but on the other hand, I mean, compare it to a global phone that's a Pixel 8 Pro, and it only has this black and white, very mundane setup, and I can't tune it up in any way, but here a very brightful and colorful picture. But apart from that, functionally wise, yeah, it's almost useless, as out of all the global applications I can only have notifications from Gmail popping up on the off-screen AOD, so nothing else. Phone and messages, but I barely use both of them, and that's maybe a downside, a sad part. But I mean, it's okay. It's a Chinese phone, but on the lock screen we have absolutely different story. First of all, yes, all the notifications from all the global applications, including all the messages, all the, I don't know, Gmail things, YouTube things, pop up here with no problem, so that's a good thing. And more to that, I've got this interactive cube connected to this step counter. I only took 50 steps today. So, but when I accomplish, you see here is the Gmail message, and it arrives absolutely with no problem on the AOD and on the lock screen. That's a beautiful example. So here is the step counter, and when I accomplish my 8,000, I set 8,000 steps as a daily goal. Once I accomplish my goal, this energy cube will be filled up with the energy, meaning this beautiful blue color. And lock screen is absolutely functional. So I don't know, I'd say the 50-50. Lock screen is absolutely beautiful, functional, and nice, and the AOD is only nice. Right, we now jump straight onto the home screen, and the home screen, in fact, is the most exciting and entertaining part in exploring the Origin OS. Well, and I get straight to the question, how does this theming thing, I mean switching between the styles, color palette from colorful scheme or whatever style to this monochrome or black and white color palette or style. Well, the question was, does it spread across the entire system? Well, the answer, it almost does. Well, let's go step by step. I'll get you through the process. Even to switch between the styles, you'll need this mood cube application, and it is basically a shortcut. You can call it up as a dedicated application, or go into the home settings, holding your finger on a home screen, and here we go with the mood cube. It's a preset of widgets or interactive shortcuts to quickly set up the home screen, the appearance of the system, basically. Here is the switcher between the colors, from colors to monochrome, or you can choose any of the available color palettes, the color styles. Yeah, I like this monochrome, so here we go. But you see that neither the quick settings panel nor any of the global applications changed their color. Let's try it again. Here we go. Nothing changes, but you have this tool to make it quite consistent throughout the system. We need to go to the settings. Here we are with the settings, and under the dedicated home screen section, we've got the very first line, system style, and that brings us, in fact, to playing with colors. Please know that on default we have these colorful icons or shortcuts to each individual section. But once we get to the system style, let's try this monochrome style. Here we go. Let's get back, and voila, all the icons are now monochrome, as well as the quick settings panel, as well as the notification shade, as well. There's more to it, as well as, the global applications do not change their style, as the phone is intended for China. However, to be fair, we've got almost the same issue with the most global phone in the world, let's say Google Pixel 8 Pro, and you see that only randomly, randomly chosen, or I don't even know how it works, chosen third-party application follow this theme style, system style. So not to blame only the Chinese manufacturers. Sadly, yes, not all the icons change their style. However, the system itself, meaning the settings, the notifications, the quick settings, and even some of the global applications will change the color palette following the system style. Let's switch to any other color. In fact, I never do this. I'm absolutely fine with the default style, monochrome. Let's change it to some reddish color. Yep, everything is in red, including the quick settings and including some of the applications interface. We know this Google Translate having reddish color. So that's basically it. I don't want to go any further with this simply plain thing. That's not that important. Let's go to more important things. Well, the most important thing to do using a Chinese phone is to make all your global notifications from all your global applications, not only messages, but also like Gmail, like YouTube, like all the social media, banking apps, to make them push the notification through timely as a default. The Chinese phones, I believe most of them, if not all, have massively aggressive battery management. So on default, all your notifications will be shut down. You'll have constant pain in the ass trying to reach for your notifications. They'll be suppressed and shut down in each and every moment. So you'll need to go through some steps to make them come through timely. So firstly, we go to settings, and we certainly need the battery section, as that is what we need to do. You see that I've got both my personal and work account, so I've now got little to zero problem with notifications from my manager. And here we need the power saving management. We jump into it, and we'll need the very bottom line, sleep standby optimization, and you'll need to switch off this toggle, absolutely switch off. It's a must do thing. Yeah, you must do it. Otherwise, it will define all the global activities as standby ones, as background ones, and shut them down. So turn it off, and then you'll need some hustle, some work to do with each individual application. I'll get you through the process with Telegram, which I use oftenly, most often maybe. You'll need to hold your finger, so call up for app info, which is the application settings, and here you'll need two things to do, maybe two pieces of work to do. Firstly, again, battery life, and again you go to the very bottom, you choose background power consumption management, and you switch from background power saving to allowing high background power consumption. That's again you ought to do to receive the notifications timely, and then you'll need to check in all the notifications permissions. Firstly, starting from allow notifications at all to allow the floating notifications is appearing on the notification in a floating window from the notification shade, as well as showing the notifications on the lock screen. And here you choose whether to show the details, the personal data, the text on the notification on the lock screen or not. And the channels, I've got Telegram has some range of channels, and I tackle all these sections. I allow everything in each individual section. Yeah, that's a hassle, but that's a Chinese phone, so bear in mind, it's not intended to work with global applications, and you'll need to do this with each individual application. And yep, now I've got close to zero problems. Yes, sometimes I've got very small delays, but overall I'm now satisfied with all the notifications. So yeah, guys, consider the thing you'll need to do. Well, apart from this theming thing, playing with the system style, which I do very little, and tuning up my global app notifications, there are some essential things which I always do with each my new IQ phone, and that's far not the first my IQ phone, and I believe not the last, far not the last. Okay, those things I always do. Maybe they will come in hand for you as well. I go straight to home screen, but this time not to system style, but to home settings, and I always switch from standard style, which means all the icons will be placed on home screens, and that creates quite a mess for me. I always switch to drawer style, this one, that I love much more. Then I go to layout and choose the largest possible grid to have the largest icons, as I am short-sighted. So I need the largest icons possible, and this smallest numbers grid 4x6 works well for me, maybe for you again. Then folders. Folders I'll show you not from the settings, but from a folder itself. This is this folder with my Google applications, and probably you already know that from this folder I can go straight to any of the applications in this folder. That's a nice feature, but IQ went quite further with this thing. folder settings, and you can choose between 4x4 that will get the icons smaller but more icons in a folder, but I always go to 3x3 icons. That gives me again larger icons for my sore eyes. Then again I'll need settings, but the display section, and here I always switch to dark mode. I don't know for which reason iQOO, a default out of the box, as well as many other Chinese phones, go with light mode out of the box. I don't like it, as this is an AMOLED panel. It's always better with dark mode. And then what I do else? Yeah, I choose the display size. Again, being a short-sighted, I always go for the largest possible display size. Maybe it works for you. Yeah, screen refresh rate. I believe a default, that's a default smart, switching between refresh rate going from 1 hertz, yeah, from 1 hertz TPO to up to, I believe, not highest 144 but to 120 hertz. That's fine for me. I never go to highest, as not many applications support this highest, this incredible, I don't know, these bonkers 144 hertz. Again, what do I do else? Yeah, I go for widgets now. I use many of the widgets. And here in Origin OS system, they are called not widgets but Origin kits, and there are maybe dozens, if not hundreds, dozens of them. For example, I love this, and you can call them up simply again holding your finger on a blank space. I find it very useful to go to any application or to any setting just by holding your finger on an application and getting straight to its settings. Well, let's go for widgets again. App kit, kits like sets, and let's try it with Origin player. That's a music player. What's good in it? Yeah, once I drag and drop it onto the home screen, what's good in it? I've got the full control of this music player on the lock screen. Yeah, absolute control. I love this. I use the step counter widget. I use the weather widget. I find it absolutely informative for me. I love this. Maybe some other widgets, but again, guys, I can get on about the Origin OS for hours, so you better leave your comments. What else would you be interested in me reviewing? And that's it for now. Cheers, guys.